Yeah. Hey there, welcome to Story Time with Stacey. I'm Stacey, and I'm just going ahead and getting my calendar ready. Do you have a calendar at home that you have all the stuff that you need to do put on it? That's what mine is. And it just kind of helps me, keep things on track and keep things, going and making sure I get stuff done. So a calendar or a schedule can be very important and very helpful. Now, before I show you the story we're going to be reading today, if you want to go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you know when my next story time will be, okay? Okay. And now, the story we're going to be reading today, it is called Josie's Busy Calendar, and it is by Jenn Wint, and it is illustrated by Allison Art. So if you have a copy of this at home, go ahead and grab a copy, get settled, and we'll get reading. Josie's Busy Calendar by Jenn Wint, illustrated by Allison Art. Josie was stuck at home and bored. School ended and friends couldn't come over to play. While both her parents worked from home, tapping away at their computers, she tried to keep busy. Music camp, soccer practice, and theater were all canceled. Her calendar was empty, so she had to entertain herself. At first, it was fine keeping busy. Josie had paint and sparkling markers and created some unique works of art. She had blocks that she used to create magical worlds for whimsical characters. She ate snacks while she watched TV. She timed herself running from one end of the yard to the other, and she kept close watch on Meow, the neighbor's sneaky cat. But after weeks of playing on her own, Josie was officially lonely. She missed her friends, she missed her teams, and she missed being able to play on the playground at the end of the street. Josie knew she wasn't the only one stuck in her house, but that didn't make her any less restless. The days dragged on while the pages on her calendar remained empty. Finally, one morning at breakfast, Josie's mom gave her the news she'd been waiting for. School was back open! The teachers would be giving lessons, games would be played, and best of all, most of her friends would be there. On the first day back, Josie was up early. She had her breakfast eaten, teeth brushed, and shoes on before her mom even asked. After playing alone for so long, she couldn't wait to be with her friends. The first day of school was busy. Everyone had stories about their time at home with their families. Protect our Earth. Lunch, 11:45 a.m. Welcome back. Some kids had spent hours in the car driving to see grandparents. Some had camped in remote places, while others hadn't left the house at all. Everyone agreed they had missed their friends and were glad to be back. Josie didn't waste any time diving straight into lessons in gym class and art studio. Now that she was allowed, she also set up some play dates. By the end of the day, Josie had plans to play soccer with Liam on Monday, meet Drew at the playground on Tuesday, and Marcella on Wednesday, bake with Nadia and Taylor on Thursday, ride bikes with Tilly on Friday, make posters with Rumi on Saturday, and swim with Kalijah and Hugo on Sunday. Her calendar was full. Soccer was great fun, and it felt good to be back at the playground Tuesday and Wednesday. But by Thursday, Josie felt tired and restless. Her tummy was in knots, and she wasn't enjoying the chatter in her classroom as she had a few days earlier. After school, she asked Nadia and Taylor to bake without her and walk slowly towards her street, confused why her tummy was telling her to go home. Josie was feeling anxious, but she didn't know why. In the field by the playground, she stopped to rest. Lying in the grass, she wondered what the crows were squawking about. They hadn't had to stay home. They were always allowed to fly wherever they wanted. Josie found herself wishing for her own black, shiny wings. She wished she could go back to the quiet days running laps in her backyard and telling stories to the characters in her magical toy world. She was confused why she didn't want to be baking with the friends she had been waiting to spend time with for so long. As she took deep breaths and closed her eyes, Josie let her mind wander. She had missed playdates when she was stuck at home, but now that she was busy with her friends, she missed being alone. The knots in her tummy loosened as she thought about how she was feeling. Josie didn't want to be lonely, but she didn't like the feeling that came when she rushed from one activity to the next. She wondered if maybe she needed less things on her calendar. What if, in order to balance her friends and herself on her calendar, she counted herself as a friend? Imagine that, being a friend to herself. She decided then and there that a few days a week she would schedule a playdate with Josie to collect bugs and practice her banjo. A bit of Josie time would give her the energy she needed to enjoy activities with her friends. As she walked home, she passed the playground and waved to her friends. They waved back and called her over. Josie smiled but continued on her own. Her tummy told her she should keep walking, so she listened. When she got home, Josie got out her calendar and wrote her own name on at least one day in every week with her favorite sparkly markers and sketched out the Josie adventures she was already planning. By the time Dad called her for dinner, her tummy felt relaxed and hungry. As Josie told her parents about her plan, she felt calm and looked forward to the following day's bike ride with Tilly, knowing a break from busy and time for herself were written in her calendar. The end. Now, I think it's really good that Josie went ahead and made sure she had time for herself on her calendar, don't you? I agree. And if you'd like to grab your very own copy of this book, I have a link below where you can do that, and also a link where you can learn more about this fabulous author. Just get an okay from a grown-up, okay, before you go and check those out. And on that note, I'm going to leave you for today. So I hope you go and do something fun for yourself, and I look forward to reading with you again soon.